Hey everybody, it is Mr. Lambert. This is your lesson and notes for today, Friday, the 26th of February 2021. So today you're going to be doing something a little different. You're going to be doing a little section of the book called Problem Solving and Investigation, and these are bigger thinking problems. So you're only going to have a couple problems to finish here, but they're going to have multiple parts and may cause you to actually have to think outside of the box a little bit on how to solve these problems. So what I wanted to do today, I wanted to go through the first one with you. There are 6 different cases. You will be doing 5 of those today. Walk through kind of the different steps that we should be doing as we're working through these types of problems, and then I'll let you hop on into them yourself. This will kind of be our guided practice as well as our lesson and notes today. All right, so case number 1. So each of these will have a case, a real-world situation, and you're going to be dealing with the information. So case number 1 says splitting up. Blue-green algae is a type of bacteria that can double its population by splitting up to 4 times in one day. So this algae, it grows itself by splitting and basically doubling itself. So it doubles its population, reproduces and doubles the population by splitting 4 times in one day. So if I were doing the same thing, I would basically split myself into 4 different me's, and I would do that once a day. So I can split myself into 4 times each day. If it grows at this rate, how many bacteria will be formed at the end of one day? So, first of all, what are the facts here? Well, the blue-green algae can double its population up to 4 times in one day. So actually, no, I'm wrong. It'll actually double its population 4 times in one day. So what is my plan to solve this problem? I'm going to make a table to display and organize the information that I've got here, and then we'll be able to figure out how many times I can do this in a day. So solve. So how can I apply the strategy? Follow the pattern to find the total number of bacteria after one day. And we're just going to follow the pattern as we go here. So this is all in one day. So at first, of course, I split 0 times and there's 1 of me. That makes sense. All right, still day number 1 because I can do this up to 4 times a day, right? My first split, of course, if I double myself, I would have 2 of me, right? So I am multiplying by 2. For my second split, though, if there are 2 of me and I split in half, again, I would actually have 4. For my third split, I'm going to multiply by 2 again. Each of those 2 double again. I've got 8. And then for my fourth split, well, that would all double again. I'd have 16. All right, so there is kind of how I would think through working through this chart as it shows here. Again, each of these is just showing how many times I split and each number of bacteria. So for the first one, no splits, there's 1 of me, right? The first time I split, I multiply that by 2, I get 2 of me. The second time I split, each of those 2 doubles, so I would have 4. For my third split, I'm going to multiply by 2 again. I am going to have 8 of me. So on and so forth. For the fourth time, I have 16 because I'm multiplying by 2 each time. So basically, use the equation T equals 2 to the nth power, where n represents the number of bacteria, the number of times, the bacteria splits, and T represents the total number of bacteria. So in this case, I know it would be correct because I can check to see if my answer makes sense. Going through this way, I should have 16 bacteria at the end, and 2 to the 4th power is 16. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times another 2 is 16. So there's 2 to the 4th power. And then it says, justify my conclusion. If the bacteria continues to grow at this rate, would the number of bacteria be over 1,000 in a week? Well, this I would just have to figure out and keep moving up through keep moving up through my exponents. And I would need a exponent solving calculator, but I could do that. Basically what I would do 2, and then I need to know the number of times that would be splitting in a week. So if it splits 4 times a day, and there are 7 days in a week, well, 4 times 7 would be 28. So it would be 2 to the 28th power. And I don't know, let's check it out. So 2 to the 28th power. We'll just ask, hey Siri, what's 2 to the 28th power?
According to exponentiations.com, 2 to the power of 20 equals 2 circumflex 20 equals 1,048,576.
Yeah, so over 1 million. I think we would be good to go. We would be well over 1,000 within a week. And that would make sense because even moving on 2 to the 5th power, to the 6th power, we're going to start getting really large numbers. And again, remember, you're multiplying it by 2 each time. All right, well, there we go. That's how we would solve this first problem. Now, your problems today are not going to be exactly the same as this problem, but they will be similar. So think about the steps you're going to need to do. For number 2, it actually works it out with you. What are the facts of your problem? Make a plan on how you're going to solve it. In this case, we made a function table to figure out how many times, and then we use the inputs and outputs from that table to make an equation or a function rule that governed that table. Sometimes you can put if you can figure out the values, you can put the values in the table and figure out that rule first, or see what the values are first, and then find the rule that governs it. And that way you can use that rule then to go on and to find larger or different values for your input. All right, so that's what you're going to be doing today. You've got, I believe, 5 questions to do. If you have questions while you're working on these, please let me know. Don't feel bad if you need to ask for help at home, or even call in Zoom with a buddy, or send messages and chat with a buddy in the class. It doesn't matter. You can do that today. These are a little bit harder and higher order thinking problems. So as you're working through, don't be afraid to get some help, but work through them. Try to muscle through them a little bit and see what you can come up with. All right, when you're done with these problems today, hopefully it won't take you too long. You can take a little break at the end of the day and relax with some Prodigy before you wrap up math for this week. No quiz this week again. We're going to take it a little bit easy. We'll head back into the quiz thing next week, again with our 8-step. 8-step will be next week, so we'll have to hit that kind of hard and running starting on Monday. But good job this week. If you need any help while you're working through these, please make sure to let me know.